Welcome. So this is going to be a new character I'm starting. I'm going to go through the Magic 14 skills, which are skills that you can use in any spaceship and that are generally recommended to have training as soon as possible. And some of them I regret not training earlier on my main character. I'm going to go through that first, and then we'll go through what the rest of the series is going to be. So first of all, when you first start out, I'm sure there's just a lot going on over here. I'm going to kind of go through everything a little bit at a time. Your skill queue is going to be right underneath your portrait. And now you have a skill program. You can make your own plans if you want to. For right now, I'm just going to go straight into the skill catalog and add these to my queue. And I'm going to add these in the order that I consider them the most important. All of them should be trained kind of around the same time. We'll move stuff around once we get it going. First thing, everything in skills here is split into categories. Everything is in real world time. If you log off, it will continue training. Alright, so first thing, go into navigation. Evasive maneuvering. This will give you 5% increased agility, which doesn't sound like a lot when you're first starting, but that'll help you get into work faster to get away from dangerous situations. And then we have Spaceship command. If you go all the way down, there is one that's just Spaceship command. This will give 2% increased agility, and also allows you to ignore the Omega. You'll get a lot of prompts when you're in Alpha to upgrade to Omega. Spaceship command gives 2% instead of the 5. Going back into navigation. This navigation will give you 5% bonus to basically when you're not warping, just moving around in space. Then we're going to go into Armour. Now this character is going to be pretty much exclusively in Galente ships. If you are in Galente or Armour, you're probably going to want to focus on Armour first. If you are Caldari or Minmatar, you'll probably want to do shields first. We're going to add full upgrades. And then I'm going to go into targeting, long range targeting. They'll just give you a longer targeting range, which will make things a little bit easier to lock onto. Signature analysis. This will give you 5% improved targeting speed, which will make you lock on faster, which is definitely good in high stress situations. Next, engineering. I have CPU management, power grid management, and I'll go over fittings a little bit later. But this, all you need to know for right now is that these are just going to make it easier to put the modules on your ship that you would like to put on your ship. Capacitor management. I believe that's part of the tutorial. I ended up skipping. But basically every module uses some capacitor, so this will just help you not run out of that. And then I'm going to go back into Armour. We're going to go to Mechanics, and this will give you 5% extra structure hit points. So each ship has structure hit points, armor, and shield. And enemies will go through your shield first, and then your armor, and then your structure hit points, which is kind of like your base HP. And then, because I'm Glente, I'm going to go into shields now instead of... You would switch shields and armor, like I said earlier. Go into shield management, which will give you extra capacity. Shield operations. Interesting, which actually you do not have as a Glente. So let me see. So if you have a skill in here that you would like to buy, you can just press this and pay for it. You can also go into view market details, and you can get cheaper. It's like 20,000 ISK cheaper. I don't believe... No, I don't have any ISK yet. The shield operation I'm going to have to add a little bit later. And then lastly, back into navigation. I'm going to go into warp drive operation. Alright. Now, this is everything that I've just thrown in this queue. It will take 70 days for an alpha to train all these. And the best way to do this is basically just go down anything that's 3, move it up before the 4s. 2, move before the 3. Threes. And the 4s above the 5s. And what this does is basically get kind of the lower levels of everything out of the way, and it'll just make things a little bit easier overall. And now at this point, if you've gone through the tutorial and you're like, okay, I need to take a break, highly recommend before you do anything, getting started with any of the career agents, putting these into your queue, and anything that you end up needing to train, you can always put at the top of your queue. And these don't sound super interesting, especially I went into like an industry stuff. So I was in like resource processing. Honestly, the spaceship skills are good to have. You're never going to not want these from my experience. So, gonna throw those in. And now that is done. So, now I'm gonna go through what this character is all about. So I want to try staying alpha in this character for as long as possible. I really want to see how viable it is to stay alpha. That way you don't have to worry about paying for Omega. It just makes things a little bit calmer. In my experience, if you're going to pay for Omega, as many others have said in other videos I've seen, it's best just to pay for it with real money if you can. Trying to earn the ISK in-game to pay for the Omega account is very stressful. Brings a lot of the fun out of the game. I'm going to be kind of role-playing and sticking with Galente as much as possible. For one thing, it's going to help focus which skills I learn, because as an alpha you have a limit on the maximum number of natural skill points you get. That's just going to be so much better for an alpha, and I just like Galente as a faction overall the best. I really want to try out faction warfare. It's something I haven't done on my main characters because they are industry focused, and being in faction warfare leads to a lot of risk that I don't feel like taking. And I'm going to gradually go through the basics for new characters. I'm going to add the link to the Magic 14 skills that I went over earlier, and I'm going to put that link down in the description of this video. And for the next one, we're going to start working through the career agents. So, thank you. I hope you're well. Subscribe if you want to see the continuation of this. And I'll see you next time. Hope you're well. Stay radiant.